My name is Goradia. I'm a Somatic Experiencing practitioner. Today I want to address a question I often get in my practice, and that is, when will my nervous system be fixed? When will I always feel good? And I want to really address this because it's a common misperception that once I address things, I'm never going to experience difficult emotions again. I want to make clear that once we address our old traumas and we learn how to be with our feelings, life becomes so much more enjoyable. But it does not mean that we get to escape our biology. We are sentient beings designed to feel the full range of human emotions. And so when we have this conditioning that we were all brought up with that tells us certain emotions are good, other emotions are bad, try to get the good ones, try to run away from the bad ones, it's this conditioning that's causing the suffering. This idea that if I can only escape my emotions, then I will be happy. Without human emotion, we wouldn't be able to experience deep human connections. We wouldn't be able to experience all the joys of life that involve having the ups and the downs. And so it's really a misconception that if I didn't have my feelings, that I would be happier. You know, it would probably feel robotic. It would probably feel like nothing gave you that spark anymore. It's hard to understand what happiness feels like if we haven't felt sadness. It's hard to get depth. It's hard to feel meaning when our experience is always the same, if it's always static. And so we learn so much about ourselves. We learn so much about the world through this interplay of emotion. This is how we experience so much of the external world internally. Without that, our external world experiences, they wouldn't be the same. And so instead of trying to fix yourself or fix your nervous system or fix your emotions, I really encourage you to question this conditioning, saying that there's something wrong with them. As we learn how to enjoy our feelings and to love our feelings, to make friends with our feelings, then our resistance to these feelings comes down. And then the feelings themselves, they don't hurt as much anymore. The people who have really done this to an extreme level, really gotten rid of all the resistance, they report that every single feeling, even terror, fear, all of it, actually feels enjoyable. I know that sounds crazy. I didn't believe it myself. I've experienced it a few times at that level where it's like, wow, normally that would have been devastating. But if you can get the mind to relax enough and just allow the emotion to be present and to express, it's simply a sensation. The emotion in and of itself is not the discomfort. It's the emotion plus our resistance to the emotion that causes the discomfort, the density, the tightness, the pain in the body. And so I'd encourage you to really give this a try. Explore what it's like. Start with small emotions first. Explore what it's like to just be curious about them, turn your attention towards them, allow them to be there, give them permission to be in your body. And as you have this sort of relationship with your internal experience, one of harmony, welcoming it, you're not going to be fighting against it anymore. You're not going to be having this war internally where you're fighting against your own experience, which you cannot control. We can't control what emotions arise in our body. Boy, do we try. And we can suppress, we can resist, we can intellectualize, but in the long run, we can't escape them. And we're going to be affecting our quality of life if we continue to play the game of trying to run away from them, get rid of them, fix them. And so explore this new way of looking and see what you think. And then you can still have a much more increased quality of life by healing the nervous system. But there's nothing to fix. Your design is working. Your design is functioning the way it's supposed to. The nervous system is supposed to go through activation and settling cycles, meaning it goes into fight or flight, sympathetic, and then it goes down into parasympathetic, you know, a low grade amount throughout the day and then higher amounts with stress. But it's really the flow between these two states, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, that determines the health of our bodies and nervous systems. It's not about always staying in parasympathetic, always feeling calm. You know, we need to explore the full range of human experience. We need to be able to get things done. We need high energy sometimes. Sometimes the most exciting times of our life, our heart is racing and we're in fight or flight, but it's amazing. So part of it is how the mind interprets it as well. So I hope this gave you, one different way of thinking about this, and I'd love to hear your comments about this. Feel free to share. Wishing you a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.